Our flavor this week is decidedly Japanese, and not only any Japanese bike, but one of the most important bikes for this particular firm. This is the Yamaha MT-09. There's a lot riding on this bike, especially with the relationship Malaysians has with Yamaha, being, well, one of our favorite teams on MotoGP because of its long-standing relationship with our beloved Petronas. So, is this a bike that's going to make you feel like Valentino Rossi or Jorge Lorenzo of yore? Well, we are here to find out. Like I said, this bike is a very important bike for Yamaha, not only because it has a lot to offer and it's supposed to be a very well thought of and put together bike, but also because this bike is being offered in a market where people have a lot of options, so it needs to be great. So what is the first thing that's normally considered when you're buying a bike? Of course, if you're into performance, it's performance, but for most guys, it's going to be the design. And this bike, definitely in my opinion, has got the design down right to the tip with its low slung front, very Street Fighter-ish look. It's a roadster that looks very garang and it looks very mean. However, having said that, you'd be thinking this bike looks very big, but when you get on it, you will realize that it's actually not very big at all. You sit snug on here, the riding position is upright, and you are able to tuck your legs in under the tank over here, giving you a very comfortable riding position. And as you can see, both my feet are flat, so it's also perfect for the descending Asian rider because it sits quite low. Well, low bikes, low center of gravity. But what else is low? The weight is low, and this is thanks to the cast aluminium frame that has been designed specifically for this model, giving this bike a very lightweight approach to its architecture. And the same, of course, is repeated with the swing arm. And also, not to forget the horizontal shock absorbers at the back. They all make for a bike that's supposed to be very flickable, lightweight, nimble. That's what this bike is supposed to be. You also get this very unique LCD display. Unique it may be, but it's a little bit on the small side, so it's quite difficult for you to really see what information is being dished out to you, especially when you're going up to speed. But it's unique because it's been positioned to the right because it does not want to obstruct the place where you put your key in, which is right over here. And of course, the final equipment that you definitely have to mention are the twin discs up front with the 4-piston calipers and also a single unit at the back. I'm gonna go there and grab my jacket and also my helmet. Ride safe, guys. Alright then, we're finally on the road and we are gonna give you the lowdown of what this Yamaha MT-09 is all about. We will of course begin with our regular numbers crunching session. This is a triple cylinder 4-stroke motorcycle that is paired to a 6-speed gearbox, displacement 847 cc's, so the MT-09 should be MT-085, but yeah, 847 cc's, and this bike pushes out 113 brake horsepower and about 86 newton meters of torque. This bike only weighs 188 kilograms despite its hefty looks, and that is brilliant. Of course, this is thanks to all the stuff that I mentioned to you earlier, the cast aluminium frame as well as the lightweight swing arm. So that means this bike is lightweight, it is also nimble, and we've got enough power to have a lot of giggles with this. So the 3 modes that you could choose from via this small button over here is standard, A and B. A roughly translates to sport and B roughly translates to wet. The funny thing is, I think that the default mode that this bike should be started in is B, wet, because this bike is so tuned for torque that if you were to start in any of the other 2 modes, you would find yourself flying. And if you're not used to the kind of torque delivery that this bike has, you'd be in a lot of trouble. Peak performance is alright. Like I said, it's 113 bhp, so for a 188 kilogram bike and paired with a smooth gearbox, that's more than enough. My colleagues have commented that this bike would be perfect if you were to take it for long distances because it is really that comfortable. The seats are low and you are riding into the wind, but you can actually crouch down, and the shape of the tank allows you to actually grip the tank quite well. So if you were to actually go faster, you actually can do it with a lot of confidence. The one thing that I wish this bike actually has, and I'm not entirely sure if it is an option overseas, but over here in Malaysia it does not come with ABS. And with all that power, I think that you would need something like ABS and also traction control to actually help rein all that power in. It's so easy to do slips with the rail wheel with this bike, and if you're riding on a wet road, you just have to be that extra careful. So seriously, man, final words, this bike is a hoot. If Yamaha has any worries about this bike doing well, I think they shouldn't, because it really is quite a complete package. It offers performance, it offers comfort. In fact, you can even go for even more comfort, because the seats are a little bit thin. You can actually go for thicker seats and you get even more comfort. You can bum it down the highway and you can go cruising for long distances, not a problem at all. It's flickable, it's a lot of fun. You do get a little bit of disappointment, especially in the lack of ABS, as well as the exhaust note, man. Seriously, listen to this. Nah, you need something much beefier. Thank God you can actually upgrade your exhaust for something that actually sounds beefier. But apart from that, the Yamaha MT-09 is a joy to ride, and I'm sure a joy to own.